So I want to invite Sarah Carter to come up, and I've known her for a couple of years. She's just a beautiful soul, and there she is, new mom with a new baby, Auntie Annie. Sarah graduated from University of St. Thomas. She has a master's in theology, SPO missionary, and she teaches religion right now at Hill Murray High School. Sarah.
Hi. It's so good to be with everybody. Doesn't this feel good to actually be with each other? Yes. I've just been so hungry for this, so it's just good to literally be physically present with other human beings. It's awesome. So, my name's Sarah Carter. I am a parishioner at St. Mark's. St. Mark's over by St. Thomas in the Miriam Park area. And just a little bit about me, kind of my background. As Crystal mentioned, I graduated from St. Thomas, got my degree in Catholic Studies there, and I was really involved in SPO when I was at St. Thomas. I lived in household and was a student missionary. And then after I graduated, I moved on to actually serve with SPO for 2 years. I worked at Ohio State. And then I came back to St. Paul to get my master's degree in theology so that I could be a religion teacher. And that is what I am doing now. I teach morality and scripture to high school students at Hill Murray. So I am everybody's favorite teacher. teaching Catholic morality. It's fun, I promise. All of those experiences, though, I think the last 10 years since I graduated from high school have really been very immersed in the world of young Catholics. That's just been the air that I breathe, the water I swim in. That's been my environment. For better or worse. And so I've been able to see quite a bit of what does the church have to offer these young people, what is working and what's not, and what are our opportunities. All the way from these high school students, so is that Corey back there? Corey LaCroix? Yeah. Corey LaCroix comes to Hill Murray last spring and he gives this awesome talk, proclaims the gospel to a bunch of 8th graders, and it was so amazing. And I'm just so pumped up, and it was a really powerful experience for some of the students there. But the reality is that most high school and middle school age Catholics, they don't understand their faith at all. And they think about their faith as something that actually isolates them from their peers because they don't want to be weird. They don't want to be the weird religious one. And there is some truth in that. If they want to pursue their faith really passionately, they're going to be kind of segmented off from the cool groups at most schools. There are some exceptions, of course. And then, for the rare student who leaves high school and wants to get really involved, they might land at a college campus and find something like St. Paul's Outreach. They might find something like Focus. They might find something like that. And because college is so community oriented, those experiences can be so, so powerful and transformative for them. But I have seen how peers that I had in college, people that I studied with, prayed with, worshiped with, lived with, have left their faith in just a few short years after college. After what I considered a transformative, a no going back kind of, you think, how could you go back after that? But it happens. It really happens to our young people. They leave college and they fall off the map. They get isolated. They lose their community. And they end up in the workplace. They don't have that support anymore. And we are seeing how vital that actually is. And then, just from my own experience, as somebody who's now in my late 20s, right? I've gone through high school, college, post-grad, and grad school, and my first couple of years in the workplace. And I'm in my late 20s. I just got married. I just had a baby. And what I've been finding with my conversations with my husband is that we're just really longing for our parish to be a place where we can really land and have something that's going to be sustaining. Not just for the 4 years, not just on a 2-year cycle, not just, for the spring semester, but actually how do we build at our parish a community that is long lasting, that's kind of intergenerational too, and that's not just going to drop people when they get married because, now you're done being a young adult. Now you're 40, so you're not really part of this community anymore. How do we actually sort of start to melt all of those categories into the experience of the parish, just being my people. This is my place. This is my family. This is my home. And that's going to be true when I'm 21, when I'm just coming out of college. It's going to be true when I'm 45 and my kids are starting high school. And it's going to be true when I'm 70 years old and I go to church every day. It's how do we create that experience that's very like across the board, across a whole person's lifetime. So my husband and I, we've been part of a small group of young adults who have started to kind of reimagine young adult ministry at our parish at St. Mark's. And we've been moving from more of an event-based model where it's like, okay, we have a retreat. Okay, we have a bingo night. Okay, we have this event, and then you go home. And we were just seeing that this is good, and we might have a lot of people come to the event, but it's actually not really building anything. So how do we move from that to something that's actually a community model, a model that actually creates networks of relationships for young adults? And we've just been seeing the Lord like so faithful in that. We started a small group model, similar kind of to Focus, I think, where we started with one group and then we identified some leaders in that group and we asked them if they would lead a group the next semester. And so you have these like sort of mini modules of small group experience of walking together as disciples, where you have 4 or 5 months with the same people in small group, and then you might actually be called upon to lead the next semester. And we just found that is like, it's already just in about a year and a half, the engagement is like way up. The, what do you call that? Retention? Yeah, the retention is way up. See, business words. Just like the ability to hold on to people and be in relationship with them long term has just really increased. So we feel really blessed and grateful to the Lord for that. So that's just my experience. I think that the work that Send is doing is super important. We need to have our parishes be something that can accompany young adults, not just create young adult events and young adult groups and young adult things, like Molly, you were saying, kind of siloing young adults off in the young adult ministry, but integrating them into the parish in a way that really kind of transcends those like categories of age group and state in life. So I'm really grateful to be here again. It's awesome to see all of you. Thank you, Crystal and Annie and everybody at Sun. This is good work. So have a good day.
Thank you, Sarah.